During a media doorstop at the Fernvale Hawkers Centre and Market Walkabout on 27 April, Workers' Party candidate Andre Lo presented himself as the underdog in his bid for Jalan Kayu SMC, where he is up against Labour chief Ng Chee Meng. Accompanied by WP Chair Sylvia Lim and Secretary General Pritam Singh, Lo highlighted the contrasts between himself and Ng, emphasising their differing backgrounds. Ng is a scholar and a general. He has reached the very top of the military career pathway, while I spent my career in the private sector, taking on various roles, said Lo, a former lawyer turned tech professional. He also noted that Ng's background is slightly overrepresented in Parliament, and urged Jalan Kayu residents to consider a different kind of parliamentarian, someone fresh, energetic, and full of new ideas. I hope they will place their trust in me, Lo added. Ng, a former Chief of Defence Force, entered politics in 2015 as part of the PAP team contesting Pasir Ris Punggol GRC. He went on to serve as Minister for Education and Second Minister for Transport, and in 2018 became Secretary General of the National Trades Union Congress. Lo expressed that he relishes the challenge of competing against Ng, someone he believes represents many aspects of Singapore's governance that he opposes. Ng comes with a star-studded CV. He literally has 3 stars to his name. I don't have a single one, he quipped. When questioned about online posts regarding Ng's involvement in the Income Alliance deal, including an open letter by former NTUC Income Minister Tan Sui Kyi, Lo declined to delve deeply into the matter. He noted that the controversy symbolized a broader issue with the way governance is done in Singapore today. On Sunday, Tan published an open letter urging Jalan Kayu residents to seek a full explanation from Ng regarding his role in the Allianz income affair, in which the German insurer Allianz attempted to acquire a majority stake in Income, but the deal was blocked by the government last October. It's just one of many missteps a previous administration has made over the last parliamentary term, Lo said, urging Jalan Kayu residents to read Tan's letter and form their own opinions. There are too many unanswered questions, and I think Singaporeans at large, not just Jalan Kayu residents, deserve some answers, he added. Lo also emphasized that voters should not focus on individual issues when making their electoral choices. You should assess the government's performance as a whole when evaluating the candidates, he advised. When asked if the ongoing controversy could give him an edge in the polls, Lo acknowledged Ng's superior experience but reaffirmed his stance as the underdog. He is a much more experienced person than me, and I really hope voters will embrace my message of a fresh perspective, Lo concluded. If elected, Lo pledged to advocate for better access to public housing, particularly for groups such as single mothers and singles under 35. He also expressed intentions to address concerns about the cost of living and housing affordability. In response to Prime Minister Lawrence Wong's rally speech in Chua Chu Kang on Saturday night, Singh addressed concerns about the potential risks of increasing opposition representation in Parliament. Wong had warned that voting in more opposition candidates could risk losing potential office holders and weaken the People's Action Party government. He further suggested that supporting the opposition was akin to jeopardizing Singapore's future and the safety of its citizens. Singh, however, disagreed with this view, asserting that if the PAP requires more than 2/3 of parliamentary seats to function effectively, it signals a deeper issue within the ruling party's processes and the political system. If the PAP believes it needs more than 2/3 of the seats, that reflects a weakness in their position, Singh said. Even with 1/3 of Parliament made up of opposition MPs, the government would still be free to tackle both current issues and future challenges. Singh argued that the notion that a PAP government can only function effectively with 90% of the seats, even with 60% of the vote, shows an underlying fragility within the party. If the Prime Minister is suggesting that we need 90% of the seats to govern properly, then I think the PAP is already in a very weak position, he said. Singh also addressed concerns about the loss of potential office holders, pointing out that there are alternative ways for individuals to serve the nation. He referenced the PAP's loss of Al Junior GRC to the WP in the 2011 general election, where then Foreign Minister George Yeo was part of the losing PAP team. Despite the defeat, Singh noted, Yeo has continued to contribute to Singapore in various capacities. Singh also pointed to Labour chief Ng Chee Meng, who was part of the PAP team that lost Ng Chee Meng in 2020 and is now contesting in Jalan Kayu SMC. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he has his heart for workers. The PAP system will not prevent good people from serving the country in many ways, Singh said. However, he emphasized that opposition MPs do not enjoy the same safety nets and resources as their PAP counterparts, urging voters to consider this reality when casting their ballots. When we offer a strong slate of candidates for the elections, I ask Singaporeans to carefully consider the value of having more solid opposition voices in Parliament, he concluded. Singh also responded to questions regarding Malaysia-based Singaporean Islamic preacher Noor Daros, who has recently come under scrutiny for his involvement in encouraging voters to vote along religious lines. Noor made several claims through Facebook posts that mixed race, religion and politics, and allegedly met with WP representatives. When asked why the WP had not addressed Noor's claims sooner, Singh stated that the party had already responded very promptly. He emphasized that anyone could claim to have the support of WP MPs, but the crucial question was whether the party would align with such claims. Anyone can say, I have the support of WP MPs, and I'm running my ideas through them. But the key question is, will the Workers' Party MPs support them? We will not. We will exercise a voice in Parliament today on behalf of all Singaporeans, in a multiracial, secular context, Singh affirmed. In response to questions about the role of community development councils, Singh acknowledged their historical role in addressing issues such as job insecurity and providing support for Singaporeans. However, he suggested that the relevance of CDCs may need to be reconsidered as responsibilities have shifted to other government agencies. These tasks have been transferred to different agencies, but the CDCs are still around. The current CDC system is due for a serious relook, he said. Singh also remarked that the distribution of cash vouchers by the CDCs could be managed through other government agencies, such as the Ministry of Finance. I could call them vouchers, and that would still be a legitimate transfer from the government to Singaporeans, he said. When asked about the salaries of mayors who head the CDCs, reported to be 660,000 Singapore dollars annually, Singh declined to comment directly, stressing that the issue was not one of jealousy. While acknowledging the high salaries, he emphasized that the services rendered by the CDCs could be continued without the current system. We can continue providing these services without maintaining the current structure, he concluded.